World Series of Comedy.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I'm your host, Strongman, Christopher Bell. You know me. I've got Jay Nagy, my normal guest, and then I have this guy, Rick Dickskin. Never heard of him, but apparently he's a stock guru, so he's on the live stream. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and start off with Jay Nagy. I heard you made a YouTube video about some guy that was pumping Bitcoin on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Well, Adam Curry used to be a VJ back in the day, and I'm not actually saying anything like negative about the dude because he's not trying to profit off it like these dudes on YouTube are trying to push crypto. He just honestly thinks that Bitcoin and crypto is going to be a thing, and I'm like, okay. And then everything that he said, what he said, inflation is 10% a year. For the past decade, inflation hasn't even been 2%. It's actually been below
1.5%.
Yeah. And so he's talking about how they, all these millennials, they can't buy a house. And I go, okay, but if you're saying that Bitcoin is going to do nothing but appreciate in value over time, why would I ever use that as a currency? In a medium of exchange? I wouldn't do it. Plus you add in the volatility, so it was like I had to make a reaction. I'm getting nothing but hate and called a moron. And that's why I can't wait for this whole speculative cryptocurrency market to implode so I can do an entire episode where I just read people's comments back. Like, how you doing now?
Dogecoin. Well, so they made infinite money because they know how to time the market perfectly. They're always going to come back with some BS like, oh yeah, I got out before it crashed because I'm a genius.
No, but I mean, my main thing is the people that are just dipping their toe in the stock market and they want to start investing and they are listening to these people. Some of them with good intention. Some of them are good intention and some of them are bad actors. But overall, they're all just giving people crappy advice. Again, what we preach on this channel is the same thing that they say on everything money.
I find it funny. So I made a video on Tesla, and then literally the next day they come out with a video crapping on Tesla. I almost have a suspicion they're watching me and stealing my material.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if they were searching for ideas like, oh, we know this strongman guy. Let's do a video.
Whatever strongman does, we're gonna make the video and say it's our own.
Yeah. We're just gonna do it with a nicer camera so everyone will come to us.
I have a great camera. Okay, you can see my beard stubble. I'm looking delicious.
I'm looking gray. Like an old grizzled wolf, can't hunt anymore. But no, it's
I want to see you in like perfect color, Jay. I want you to have like a light, like a ring light, so it can really lighten you up. And then you need to get like a super nice camera because I just feel like I'm talking to like a pixelated Mario character,
At 1,000 subs, I'm gonna buy a better camera.
Yeah, whenever we get there, man. I don't know.
You're gonna be there soon. You're at like what, 649, 650?
It's at 667 right now, but it goes in like spurts. Like I'll explode, I'll get like 100 something, and then it's like 1 per day, and then it's 50 more, and then 2 per day. So you don't know. Maybe I'll make a viral video, and maybe if Tesla crashes, then maybe I'll go over 1,000. But it's been a long, slow journey.
Dude, so I got COVID-19. I know this has nothing to do with investing, but I got it.
I know. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I'm still shitting solid pieces, So we're doing pretty well.
I mean, I don't hope that it happens, but watch this be your final appearance on this podcast.
Yeah, the next stream will eulogize you.
I'm feeling fine. Bitch ass COVID isn't doing anything to me. Next day on Facebook, Rick Dickskin.
Remembering Rick Dickskin.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a segment posting your best appearances.
Yeah. It's just me like fucking commenting jokes.
Well, you can always like give us your portfolio, and then we can just go through it and rip it apart as your eulogy.
I don't know why.
I'll go up there and be like, if I did anything good in somebody's life, I influenced Rick Dickskin to sell his Tesla stock.
Yeah.
Were you how much were you in Tesla? What percentage of your portfolio? And then did you sell all of it, or do you still have some of it?
I was like, at the time, I was like 7%, but I didn't have that much money invested to begin with. And I bought like pre-split and then sold post-split around, I actually showed Jason, I sold around 800 and then it fucking tanked after that. So,
yeah, that was a perfect time. I mean, because like I knew that stock was stupid when I saw it massively go up after the split, because the stock split literally does nothing for the fundamentals of the company. They're just creating more shares, and they're just creating more shares. They're not changing anything. But of course, the stock went up. The retail clowns went ahead and bought in because like, oh, I'm getting 5 times the shares.
It's like taking.
Work.
Sorry.
No, I had to explain to a guy at work, like, a stock is worth $500. You have 1 share, and you have 5 shares of the exact same company, and they're each $100. How much do you have investing? Which one is more valuable? He said the 5 stocks. And it took me like 20 minutes in starting to get actually mad at the dude that he wasn't getting it. I was like, in my back of my head, I was like, how are you not getting this?
Jay, 5 is higher than 1. Can't you count?
Yeah, you dumb fuck.
I'm sorry. What were you saying before I cut you off with my diatribe?
Oh, no, I was just going to explain. I'm like, well, think of it as like ordering a pizza from Domino's with 6 slices, and you want to cut it in half again. So now there's 12 instead of 6. I'm like, it's the same thing. It's literally the quantity doesn't change at all. I mean, if anything, it's just a psychological like, oh, now it's less money. It's like, it's really not less money unless it fucking goes down in value. But hey, we got a comment from some dumb fuck named Nathan. Says Jay Nagy should do World Series of Comedy and stop being a Gaylord jackass.
Where's World Series?
We're gonna use that person.
Who the fuck could that be?
Where's World Series of Comedy? Where are they doing that?
World Series of Comedy is at McCurdy's in Sarasota.
What night is it on?
It's the 11th through the 14th. I don't know if you have like a tape. You just send it to them and submit like a thing, and usually you get in. Like me, and Trevor Glassman are doing it.
You should start uploading more videos on YouTube of when you're doing like stand up and stuff.
You
should actually do like stock bits like during your stand up, because like I think it kind of match what your channel is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start doing that. I've been actually trying to write, and I was trying to build the channel, but I was gonna be like, I'm gonna just do a new minute every week, whether it's good or not, just to show people the process. Like, sometimes you go up with an idea you're laughing your ass off about, and then you go up there and the audience is just looking at you like you're a moron.
Yeah. Like I had this idea where I was just like, if a girl wants to get more free drinks at a bar, she should wear a shirt that says "Free Bill Cosby." That way people are like, oh, here's a great, is like, oh, she's definitely likes free drinks. That was my idea.
I was talking about the solution last week on the podcast to the homeless problem in LA, and I said it was hunting season. We just need to have a hunting season of the homeless between November and December, their breeding cycle. Got to call the pod. I was thinking about bringing that to the stage, but I don't know how to do it because people don't know me. When I'm saying that, they're going to be like, this dude's talking about killing homeless people.
Well, hopefully if you're at a comedy place, they might understand you're just joking. But then again, you never know.
Turner wants me to introduce myself.
Please
My
introduce
name.
yourself.
Okay. My name is Rick Dickskin. Some people like Jason calls me Nate because that's my mere mortal name. You know, I don't always like to go by my real name, Rick Dickskin, so I go by Nate sometimes. But I basically I do stand up comedy, and I'm good friends with Nagi, and we both do stand up, and we also both like are into finance and investing. So that's where my connection to Chris comes in. Is
Tell
I'm
us more
good
about
friends
your
with Nagi.
investing story. Like when you first started off, what did you buy, and then how did Jay save you, and whatever? Tell us the whole deal.
Well, Jay didn't really save me. I didn't really need that much saving. He kind of just taught me how to analyze a stock fundamentally. But I started investing March 2020, so everything was at a discounted price. So I just put in like a couple $1,000s and pretty much tripled my return. And then basically I had some Tesla stock, and Jason's like, "Yeah, you should sell that." And then I did. At one point, I was like, I do plan on selling this because I hold Tesla, or not Tesla, sorry, Publix stock. And that's ended up being like my biggest holding. So I used my profits to buy more Publix stock.
Yeah, and Publix is it's privately. It's not publicly listed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's private.
Nate ran the numbers. He's looking at about a 10% return. I told him against what we normally preach, because he's not going to be able to buy it once he goes active duty. So I said, dude, just load up on that stock right now. That's a good stock to have. You're not going to be able to buy it after you quit Publix.
Dude, Turner wants me to buy Palantir. You guys think that's a good idea?
It's going to be the next $1 trillion company. I mean, why? Because me, Kevin said so.
Yeah, I like Meet Kevin. My favorite part was meeting him in his fucking gay videos. I was like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you, Kevin. Should I buy Tesla?" And he's like, "Yeah, you should." I'm like, "All right, time to leave this channel, unsub."
Dude, I just did a video on lemonade stock. I'm like, same thing with all these other ones.
What is lemonade stock?
It's an insurance company.
Oh, okay. Let me look at it.
It's a startup insurance company. I was reading through the risk section of the 10K, and it's not really, they're not really diluting their shareholders that bad, but it's increasing negative cash flows and no hopes of turning a profit. And I'm like, highly dependent on third parties. I don't understand why this is so hard to figure out. Like, you're running into the market with hope. Instead of what you should be doing is trying not to lose money.
Who's pumping lemonade on YouTube? Who's the guilty party?
Meat Spin Kevin.
No PE ratio. Does that mean that they don't make a lot of money?
That means they don't make any money.
Yeah, they're losing
money.
Money.
It seems like they must be like new because they have a pretty low market cap, and I either interpret that as they're like a small company or they're like brand new.
Yeah, well, if you're looking at a company that has negative cash flows and you're speculating, but the negative cash flows are going down, I won't invest in any company that is not profitable. So that's just one of my rules. I'll wait and see. Because like after the Walmart IPO, you had almost 10 years before it really took off to wait and see if this Walmart thing was going to be the sheezy. So I don't get it. The people on YouTube keep talking about their due diligence, but apparently due diligence is watching videos that reaffirm your bias.
Yeah, confirmation bias. Hey, Chris Turner wants to know how your family is. He wanted me to ask you.
We're good. We're very good. All right, guys. I promise you, we'll get to the comments. Everybody that's commenting, we need to talk a little bit, and then we can, step aside and do comments. Because if we keep doing comments, and we can't really get our thoughts across. But I promise I will address all of your comments.
Sorry, I was trying to be a good friend to Turner because I feel like we've been buddies for a while now.
The 15 minutes you've known each
I'm
other.
Yeah, exactly. I just figured I'd look out.
But yeah, dude. I just to get it back flowing. I just don't understand. To me, I rack my brain with why you think it's a good idea to just speculate with your future self. Like we always talk about, like you know where you're going to be.
Well, I mean, because most people when they started watching the market, most of the retail investors, they started watching it right after the coronavirus dip, and then all those stocks shot up 100%, 150%. So that's what they're kind of looking for. That's what they think they can get with all these stocks. That's why they always go after highly speculative growth stocks, because sure, they have potential to massively explode, especially become profitable, but there's also a lot of risk they just crash down to zero.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, they're fucking gambling on the greater fool theory every time, literally every time.
And they also they come at you with this. This guy comes back at me with Bitcoin. He goes, Ray Dalio said he'd rather be in Bitcoins than bonds. And I'm like, okay, dude, all that is an appeal to authority. If Ray Dalio told you to buy X and you just run out and buy it without doing your own research and asking, is it right for me? Do I understand it? Like I keep pointing this out to people. If you had invested,
if Ray Dalio,
if you had invested in the IPOs of both Google and Domino's in 2004, you would be better off having invested in Domino's. And I'm pretty sure I have a much greater grasp of what Domino's does than Google.
Yeah, if Ray Dalio told me to lick his taint, I'd have to do it.
Yeah, dude, every other comment I get on my videos, it's like, well, this guy has more subscribers than you. You know, it's like, I don't care. He's shilling Bitcoin. Wow, he must be smarter than me. He has more subscribers.
Stockmo has 500,000 subscribers, and he's borderline retarded.
Hey, man, David Koresh is more famous than me, so that's why I take weapons advice from him.
That's why I buy compounds in Waco.
Yeah.
Dude, I think PewDiePie should start talking about stocks, because then he couldn't be questioned. He could talk about the
yeah, dude.
Hear about this Enron stock? I think it's awesome. And if you question him, then he has more subscribers.
Yeah, he has more subs. And your mom gay, so you lose.
But yeah, it's gotten to the height of ridiculous, and like the main reason why I only pointed out about Adam Curry, somebody was saying, you you shouldn't say anything about him. I'm like, dude, if you're pushing, I don't care who you are. If Rogan was on there talking about how you should buy Tesla stock, I'd be criticizing Rogan for saying it. Yeah, if it's so
many famous people that don't know jack about investing. I mean, look at all the celebrity endorsements for like random cryptocurrencies that they got paid to shill. I mean, that doesn't mean they know crap about why crypto goes up. They just got paid to do it. And a lot of these rich billionaires or millionaires, they have an incentive to shill certain things, probably because they have a vested interest in whatever they're shilling.
Yeah.
Well, they don't. What they don't know.
Right.
What they don't know is that John and I are building the perfect crypto network as we speak. It's what it is it's a synergistic environment between Truck Stop Coin and BP token. So what happens is your Truck Stop Coin produces BP token, and BP token can be redeemed for more Truck Stop token. It's the perfect synergistic environment.
So it's the future of cryptocurrency. So you can't question it, man. I'm buying it.
I think the best idea that we have is that we are going to sit here and trash these cryptos so we can buy more ourselves.
That's really the game I'm running here.
Exactly.
I'm hoping to crash the crypto market because I just want to buy crypto ETFs.
Like me and Jason talking about how Tesla should drop to $20. I just want to do that so I can buy a lot more shares. That's all.
I mean, to be honest, if it did drop to 20, I probably would buy some shares.
Oh, I would too, yeah.
I would on the mere fact, and I would still tell you it's speculation if you did. You're investing in a company that has one profitable year, which I'm pretty sure is from carbon credits and Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's barely profitable. It's not. I mean, if you completely didn't even look at the name of the company, you were just looking at the financials, which is probably what you should do to really like be unbiased. It's not a really great investment.
Well, I was explaining this to, again, somebody at work was asking me about what stocks to buy, and I'm going, have you maxed your TSP? And she's like, no. And so I explained to her, I'm like, do you know how many stocks I have on my radar right now? 0. I'm not planning. Maybe more Alibaba if it continues to drop, might be showing back up in my portfolio. But right now, the only 2 stocks I hold are Alibaba and Bank of New York. And so it's like, dude, the market is that overheated. Microsoft is selling for a little over 2 times what it would be worth. It's actually more than 2 times because I calculated its intrinsic value. I dropped its P ratio to 15 and I got about $109. Paul from Everything Money with his software calculated it at about $127. And then another guy calculated at like $115. All of these companies, Microsoft, why would you not want to own it? It's just that it's overheated. It's overbought.
Yeah, you actually had a good point. I think it was on the last live stream. Basically, you don't buy stocks unless, you can maybe get a 15 or 20% return. Just because if you can only get a 10% return, you might as well just buy the whole market because that's what the whole market will generally give you. So you have to really think you can crush it to even consider buying an individual stock, which is why I have like 3, and then one of them was just for fun. So
yeah, I've had this is just for fun in my portfolio, and I've done really well on it. Like Oxford Lane Capital Corp. I bought that last year at like $3. It had a 20% dividend, and I was like, why not? I looked at the numbers real quick. $500 in there. Doubled my money when I sold out of it in this past week. And I did that with a Rattler company too. I almost doubled my money on that. I did double my money on Bank of America. So if you just stick in a year, I doubled my money. If you just stick to a formula, you're going to be fine. And mine is, I have to expect greater than a 15% return now because I thought about it. And if I own the Vanguard Healthcare Fund and it's returned 15% since 1984, I'd be dumb not to throw my money at that. So I need at least a 16% return, probably more because of the risk. I probably want about a 20% return on a stock.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a couple discounted cash flow analysis of like different companies, analyses, whatever you call it, and I'm probably gonna put in 20% as my desired rate of return because like if I can absolutely crush it, there's no freaking point in even trying to speculate on it.
Well, I've come to the point where I don't see the point in trying to do anything other than with your 5% of speculation money, doing anything other than trying to crush it. Like your money is safe. If somebody, even with some of these garbage companies, if somebody said, well, 95% of my money is in index funds, for some reason, I'm going to speculate on this stock, I would say, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't matter how rich you are. If you're a billionaire, I would have 95. If I ever become a billionaire, which I doubt it, I'll have 95% of my money probably in VT. And then I'll just be speculating in a bunch of startups and venture capital with the other 5%.
You want to know how you can become a billionaire? Take all that gay index fund money and buy Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla is at a great price. It's like 3 times the size of Toyota in market cap. Toyota makes 10 million cars. Tesla makes 500,000. I mean, it's a steal, ladies and gentlemen.
You know who?
You can't find a better deal in the market.
I didn't actually realize that till I found Chicken Genius Singapore.
What about them? You didn't realize what?
I didn't realize that I should be mostly invested in Tesla until I found him. 95% of the portfolio is in Tesla. And, Tesla is really like an ETF.
Yeah.
It's an ETF that is mostly car sales and increasing percentage of revenues is car sales, but it's totally an ETF, bro. I mean, even if you weren't buying an ETF, why would you buy an ETF that had a price to earnings ratio of $600 something or 600? It's pretty ridiculous.
Jason, what video are you getting hate on? Because I need to go through there and agree with the people hating you.
Oh, I get a lot of hate, dude. I have more thumbs down than thumbs up. Just pick a rant. But there are guys that are migrating to my channel that are going, dude, I don't know why. They're like, why would you buy this stock? You know, they're agreeing with me. So that's what I want. I'm really going to focus on stocks you should just never buy.
Yeah, there's plenty of those out there. I mean, all you have to do is search YouTube and see what all the clowns are talking about, and that's probably the stock to avoid. It doesn't take long to look. It's like, oh, I'm just looking at the income statement of cash flows. All right, it's trash. It takes like
this guy made a good point. He commented on Jason's video saying, "You are quite bad," and he spelled R-R-E. This guy made a pretty good point. I'm gonna like that comment. I got 17 other accounts that I gotta like that comment on.
Dude,
250 subs. Good on you, Jason.
I'm telling you, I think we're gonna explode if there's ever a bear market. Like everybody finally realizes we were right the whole time. We're just gonna go up to like Meet Kevin level.
I really want a bear market. That'd be sick.
My dream would be for the two of us to get on Rogan's podcast where we just crap all over Meet Kevin and we finally break him in a debate. We're like, we'll debate you straight up, dude. Anytime, any place.
He's not going to debate us because we tear him apart. You know, he's only going to go debate somebody in a situation where he thinks he can win.
He has too much money to debate you idiots.
I mean, that's right. He has 1.6 million subs, so he's just obviously, a million times smarter than me.
1.6 million times smarter than you.
Dude, yeah, well, it's the most recently, Jeremy LaBervy there does a tour of his new house. And I'm like, this is just all the money that you stole from your fan base. That's what that is. Like, enjoy that, man. And when the market crashes and all these people lose their futures, dude, good on you. You're a good person. I can't wait till they sue the crap out of these morons.
Yeah, I mean, he charges $20,000 a course. Now, I don't know how much profit he gets because he has to pay his employees and all that. But even then, he's probably making a freaking killing off of these people.
We need to get that dude on.
That and ad revenue, so.
You know which dude, the dude that sent you the email.
Oh, yeah. I should need to email him back. I haven't talked to him in a little bit. But I think for some reason we were going to wait, but I'll reach out to him and we'll get something going.
Tell him, dude, just block off the camera so that nobody can see who he is. What are they going to – he's worried about a lawsuit. But honestly, if he's in another country anyways, if he doesn't live here, F him, man, because it's like, okay, take me to court.
I mean, I think the anonymous route will be the best. And I mean, I don't know how you can do a lawsuit, to be honest. It's kind of like, okay, I'm not lying. I'm not slandering you and ruining your business. I mean, if you tell the truth, I don't think they can really sue you.
No, I'd love to ruin Jeremy's business.
That's our dream. One day we're gonna take Jeremy down.
Yeah, he's I don't get it. I'm like, he does these videos on these stocks, and I go, well, all you do is tell people your opinion of what's going to happen in the future without actually even looking at any numbers. Well, I looked at the 10K. Okay, but did you read the risk section? Because if you read the risk section on Tattooed Chef, you should probably be out on the risk section alone, much less the massive dilution in shares and negative cash flows.
Yeah, I don't get his obsession with Tattooed Chef. I mean, they're highly concentrated at a few retailers, and if even one of them dumps them, they're freaking done, son.
I'm going to go to his house and throw a gender reveal party.
Where's
this house at? Is it in Arizona or something? Nevada?
In Nevada. What I want to do is I want to go to his house and he can wake up one morning and just see me bent over in his driveway, dropping a dooski, reading One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. And he's like, who are you? I'm like, oh, just a fan. I just wanted to show you what I thought of you.
I signed up for your course, man. I lost all my money. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
his stupid course is $1,000. You can pay $1,000 or you can buy this book for $3.
Oh, whoa. Whose book is that, Jay?
How many subs do they have?
I believe it's a book written by Christopher Bell. It's my
It's on
next
Amazon,
read.
everybody. Go buy my book. Now,
Does he
I
have
say this every live
1.6
stream.
mil? Because
I
if
wish.
not,
No, but so on every live stream, I say if I can sell 1,000 books a month, I'll be generating $2,000 a month in income, and then I can retire. So spread the word, everybody. 1,000 books a month.
Are you going to write any more books?
Yeah, I'm going to. I want to get through school. I'm still in freaking school. I hate it, but I'll be done with that in like a month, and then I'm going to write a book about how young men can succeed in this new world, and it'll mostly be about finance, but I'll put a lot of my own philosophy in there as well about just life in general.
Good, dude. Good.
hey, did you guys know Michael Jackson wrote the song Thriller while on a children's playground?
What? Okay.
Are you just like Googling jokes? Or are these your jokes?
These are my jokes. That was my joke.
Your Heath Ledger joke was good.
Oh, do you want to hear that one, Chris?
Sure.
Did you know that Heath Ledger, he was a big-time method actor? Did you know he method acted the movie Brokeback Mountain by letting guys fuck him in the ass?
Jesus.
You didn't finish him with the line that I told you, man, would make that joke. So after I told him,
That's what got me into method acting.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the punchline?
Mate, I told you, add that to the joke, man. That's so.
I haven't done the bit in a while, so it's not muscle memory yet because I had COVID, so I was basically home. I've been doing this 10 joke a day. Been writing 10 jokes a day.
Yeah, I got to do that. What I started doing because I've been slacking on writing is trying to write a script.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say the actual whole plot because if I ever got in a position where I could make the script, telling the whole plot would ruin the entire show. Because they'd go, oh, I know what's going. Because there's some things that are going on in there that you're not paying attention to. I'd tell you off the air, but it's so I just tried to do that as an exercise because I've been slacking on writing, dude. Normally, I try to write 250 words a day.
I just try to do like 10 jokes, like 10 setups, 10 punchlines.
I don't see why you don't go on YouTube and just try out your jokes. I mean, you guys could probably build pretty decent channels.
I'm gonna start doing, like I said, I'm gonna start doing 30 seconds to a minute, a new 30 second to a minute every week. Because if you do a new minute every week, you have an hour in a year. A minute doesn't sound hard to do until
it's insanely hard, yeah.
Until you're up there for a minute.
Well, dude, you think about this. Like, Louis writes a new hour every year. People's like, oh, that doesn't sound that hard. I'm like, well, think about writing a new 5 minutes, like a tight 5 every single month. How insane that is!
It's
like
so
a brand
hard.
new tight 5 every single month.
And that's Chris, like I was telling you when you're doing those, when you're doing the video, and how I told you to just cut them down so they're more punchliney, and that was my only thing that I think you should do. If you think you have 5 minutes, you really have about 2.5 minutes.
Yo, you talking about like the spoof videos with Meet Kevin's new cryptocurrency?
Yeah, good.
Another one about Jeremy, and I want to keep it to I want to keep cutting the time down to maybe like 4 or 5 minutes because the first one definitely was a little long. The Meet Kevin one, it was like 18 minutes, and I watched it. I was like, Jesus, this is way too long.
I think you're funny because I know you, but even I was starting to get fatigued in there.
Yeah, you need to add like 5 jokes about the word retarded in your entire your video. Like, hey, I got here's some jokes about the word retarded. You ready?
Go.
Here you go. I just randomly started writing this. Well, a lot of people are really touchy about the word retarded. Like, my doctor doesn't want me using that word to describe anybody that isn't me. Yeah, I believe in recreational use of the word retarded, so, my opinion's a little different than a lot of people. Bill Cosby said using the word retarded is unforgivable, but I don't think he should dictate what's unforgivable and what isn't.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. I read an article on NPR where they said the word retarded is exclusionary, but you know what I think is more exclusionary is putting all the retarded kids on one bus.
That's good, dude. I like that.
Do they still have like a bus for like special kids?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I've been out of high school for like 14 years. I don't know if they got rid of that.
Oh, yeah.
Some dude had a hilarious joke on Kill Tony where he talks about the retarded kids on the short bus and then talks about the giant retarded kids on the normal size bus. I'm not doing it justice, but it was hilarious.
That's great. I like that. Yeah.
All right, we got to get back on finance.
Sorry, man. Yeah. Okay, here, I got one more for you. Okay, I went to Whole Foods and the cashier asked me to donate money for hungry kids. He said, I want you to know that literally the click of a button can make a huge difference. And that made me understand what it's like to be a drone strike pilot. Because
Jesus.
you hit one red button and boom, Hal Mussad's entire family of 8 is vaporized.
I wonder if it actually is a red button.
I don't know. I'm not an RPA pilot. I'm not one yet.
Well, it's as simple as this. Today I was going into Publix and all these kids, this is why I don't carry cash on me. All these kids come running up to me with their buckets for whatever thing that they want to do. And I'm like, I'm trying to retire early, man. I don't have you go to whatever kid thing money that you want to do.
Well, you're talking about like donations? Like they want to donate.
Yeah, they want a donation.
I have a funny story. So like there were these girls that live in our neighborhood and they actually brought this tiny little stick with a balloon on it. It was like this tiny, like half blown up balloon. And they sold it to my wife for $1. I was like, honey, what are you doing? Like, what are these people trying to sell? And it's like this crappy little balloon that we just threw in the garbage can. But like that's how you don't build wealth, ladies and gentlemen. You just donate too much money to charity and lost causes.
Well, there was a woman in front of me in Publix one day. She's like 70-something. And they asked her if she wanted to donate to March of Dimes. And the woman, without missing a beat, goes, no, thanks. I believe in natural selection.
Oh, God.
That's good. I don't know how, I haven't used that as a punchline yet. I should use natural selection as a punchline in something. I'm surprised I haven't used that yet.
We actually have natural selection in the stock market. I mean, all the people that are uneducated are going to get annihilated and basically
we call those natural selection in the stock market. We call those bear markets.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Everybody's losing money except Michael Burry.
You know, I was actually watching Chicken Geniuses, like one of his videos, and he was going through Michael Burry's past performance. And I don't know if this is accurate or not, but basically he showed that Michael Burry has kind of sucked over the long run. I mean, he has a couple good plays, like calling the bubble, obviously, but in general, he's sucking. And I've noticed that with a lot of hedge funds, you know.
Well, it's because
he's so amazing and they underperform the index.
It's because he's got to wait years for his positions to pan out. You know, and he has the money to do that. The average person doesn't. So it's like you're still better off. Like I said, if I won, $100 million tomorrow and they were like, what are you going to do with your money? I'm going to buy $100 million worth of Vanguard total stock market.
Yeah, it kind of blows my mind. Like all these people that are super wealthy, they kind of take all these concentrated, crazy bets. It's like, why not just probably beat everything that you could possibly do with all these bets and just buy an index? Because they probably still outperform. It doesn't matter how much freaking money you have. The process works the whole way along.
Yeah, to me, it always comes down to just what is the most effective way? This is the most effective way because, number one, how much time do you want to sit around looking for individual stocks, especially if you're the average person that doesn't really enjoy looking at them? You know, I don't mind sitting around reading a 10K, but most people don't want to do that. So it's like, dude, just throw your money in index funds. Don't worry about this guy over here talking about his Tesla gains. He's going to be looking sad in about a year when Tesla's either done nothing or it's crashed down to actual realistic valuations. Which,
I mean, what blows my mind is these guys have made crazy gains, but they won't sell. It's like, well, you probably already made all the gains you're going to get for the next decade. Why not get out and go buy something else that's going to go up even more? Because, I mean, at some point you have to take profits. At some point the company you invest in probably will reach its peak. Every company does. And if you reach that peak, just get out and look for a new opportunity. But they're so fanatical, they just can't let go. They look at the past performance and like, oh, Tesla's going to do the same thing going forward, which shows me they're freaking ignorant.
Well, if
650 P ratio, you're right.
if I would have held Amazon before the pandemic and I still held it now, I would sell it.
I didn't even realize until I checked.
Buy it back cheaper later.
Dude, I think Amazon's gonna hit 4K just because it literally stuck around 3,000 for like, I think like an entire year, and it's like up to 3,700 now. I'm like, it's on a fucking bull run right now. It surprised the hell out of me when I was researching it.
Yeah, but
what helps Amazon too is indexing, because the indexes, they represent bigger companies more. So all that money flooding into index funds, S&P 500 funds, Amazon's getting more of that benefit than other companies, which is, I think, a big reason why it's continuing to go up.
Well, a guy called me.
Amazon's trying so hard to be Tesla.
Some moron attacked me on some stupid stock, and he goes, "You're smarter than Vanguard and BlackRock, right?" I'm like, Vanguard and BlackRock bought the stock because they have to, not because they think it's.
Yeah, they're like, oh, institutions own it. It's like, yeah, you have to buy the index if you're an index fund. Like, that's common sense.
Apparently not.
And think about all the institutions that probably invested in mortgage-backed securities before the Great Recession. Oh, they're institutions. They must know what they're talking about. I don't listen to anybody anymore. I just go look at the financial statements. I don't read any news articles, and that's literally how I develop my opinion of the company. Anything else is just propaganda.
Yeah. It's to the point where I don't really see. I'm probably going to be wrong on this, but I don't really see how it can go for more than another year, because the reason is this: because at some point it's going to flatten out, and those retail investors are going to go, I thought stonks just went up. And they're going to start selling out.
Stonks.
Well, I wonder how much effect retail really has on these large companies. I mean, there can't be that much retail money moving these huge stocks anymore. Maybe like penny stocks or AMC, but
that's what I actually meant. It was AMC and GameStop.
Eventually those are going to go to like $5 or something.
And Adam Curry's talking about it like it's a movement. I'm like,
yeah, I think it will go to $5 if it splits 8 for 1.
1,000 for one stock split.
Just try. Yeah, dude.
Well, you know what I think is funny is like they think it's like this youth movement. They're fighting the hedge funds. But the way you actually fight Wall Street is by buying index funds. Because the whole point of an index fund is not to pay a bunch of fees to Wall Street. So if you've been buying index funds for the past 10, 15 years, you've been really fighting the movement. You've been really fighting Wall Street. I think it's such a freaking joke that these guys think they're like, fighting this war. They're going to take down the establishment.
We are.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You pointed out that Robinhood is making all its money off your options.
Yeah.
They're making a fortune. Holy crap. They made almost $1 billion last year. But I also think that with Robinhood, I think they're not going to make a lot of money long run once retail investors lose interest. because that's all they're dependent on is a bunch of clowns buying AMC and Dogecoin.
Yeah, I think Robinhood's actually a good stock. Like when they eventually have their IPO, it's probably a good stock to short.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't short anything because you don't freaking know in this stupid market, but I wouldn't be surprised if it freaking tanked.
Well, almost all Facebook IPO'd at like $30 and then dropped to like 17.
Yeah, it's always a better strategy just to wait a couple months after an IPO, let it freaking crash, and then if you really believe in the company, okay, then you can buy it then. But I would never buy right when an IPO happens.
Yeah, IPOs are pretty much all based on hype or lack thereof.
I'm telling you, Robinhood will probably go insane. It'll have like an insane run up, and then it'll freaking crash because you'll have like Meet Kevin and all these other clowns pumping it on their channel.
I don't know. Anybody supporting, like I know if people were doing options on it, like all of Wall Street Bets would probably short Robinhood, obviously because of I'm kind of part of the anti-Robinhood circle jerk, but it's like a lot of people would short that one just because they want it to go down, which, shorting doesn't necessarily make it go down, but
yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see. But like usually what I see with IPOs is like you see like a quick spike and then like later in the day it just crashes, or like the next day it crashes.
Chris, but Meet Kevin told us to buy Coinbase at IPO. I just looked up the price and it's $253 right now. And it's like, I watched that video too. And I watched some of it and I go, and buy it this price and this price and this price. I'm like, but why? Like, what are you basing?
He did a discounted cash flow analysis, Jay. Come on, crypto's the future. You just buy whatever price it is. All right, let's do some comments. I found you guys from watching Everything Money. Did they recommend us?
Wait, really? Did you guys?
Maybe we popped up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm like, what does it mean that he found you guys from Everything Money?
Yeah, sometimes
really cool, actually.
They might watch a video there, and then like the YouTube recommends one of our videos afterwards. That might have been what it was.
Dude, it's also, what did he have to do?
Canada just got, or wherever he is in Canada, they just got off COVID restrictions. So I guess he's just like traveling and having a good time, but he'll be back. Okay, your hero will return. Hey, strong man. Who is Rick?
Rick Dickskin. It was like I was a fucking villain there. He just says my first name and then completes my name.
Who is Rick? Swirling your martini.
Rick Dickskin, yeah. Yeah.
You need a Palantir? Yep, amazing stock. Palantir's trash? Yes.
Has anything happened with that one?
What's going on?
I'm not tracking Palantir. I just know it's hot garbage.
I look through a stock, and if I'm not interested in it, I just throw it aside. And like I said, right now, I'm not really looking to buy anything.
The stock hasn't fucking moved in the last 3 months, and these people are like, "Oh, Palantir to the moon, baby!" It's like, are you fucking retarded? You must be.
Dude, I looked at it. It's like it's just bleeding money every freaking year, and I don't think it's been profitable ever. It's like, how could you possibly think this stock is like gonna make you rich? It's stupid.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Why would you buy Lemonade? You just buy Berkshire that owns Geico or Aflac. Well, obviously Lemonade's gonna take out Geico, bro. Come on.
Yeah, come on, bro.
It's common sense.
Yeah.
Or trade truck stops over pocket.
That guy sounds like he can't bench 135. What a fucking dweeb.
When Tesla stock crashes, Stocko will be selling his old bussy down at the truck stop.
Dude, Palantir's cash flow is just increasingly going negative.
Did you just
That's
look
good,
it up?
though, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's what you want. I don't want the company.
That's what you want. Companies like Baba that are going up, you got to sell that shit.
Baba got
Bob's
hammered.
cash flow growth. That's like boomer stuff, man. Now it's all about short interest and going to the moon. So just find the worst freaking companies.
Yeah, find the worst company. Just put all your money behind that.
I mean, that's literally what they do. They just look at short interest, and they're like, oh, what's the highest short interest? All right, let's go buy that one. Hedge funds, bro.
If anything, I would just do
0.01% of the vote. Come on, we all know he's going to be governor of California. Don't make fun of my hero.
Is he trans?
Oh, he's in Caitlin's running. I bet Caitlin will crush him.
But Caitlin's got a bigger penis than he does.
I guess we're boring according to Wire. I'm sorry. Dogecoin is going to be $10 by next week, and Tesla's going to go to 4,000 by next year. Is that better, Wire? Are you entertained now?
Retard energy.
The moon! How about some Meet Kevin Prison pickup lines?
Why did he spell meat like that?
Because we changed his name to Meat Spin. That was
Truth be told, Meat Kevin will be the first one giving up bussy. Do you know how bad he would get his cheeks clapped if he actually went to prison? Chris, but Meet Kevin told us to buy Coinbase. Yeah. How'd that work out for you, Meet Kevin fans? Is HSA a good investment for tax advantages? Yeah, I mean, it's like it has triple tax advantages, but I don't have a high deductible plan, so I don't even have an HSA. But it's got some good benefits. Drop FUD on clowns like Meet Kevin, Chris Saint, Jeremy Stockmoo.
Stockmoo.
Do you like Stinkmoo or Stockmoo? Which one's
Stinkmoo?
I don't. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. Like, I got this guy told me he was like, you need to get your anger issues under control. Stockmo has like 400,000 or whatever subs, and I'm like, you're a moron. Of course, I'm a little bit angry at all the people that are going to lose money with this stupid approach.
Yeah, I mean, people don't understand our rage because once you actually know what investing is all about and you've done it for like decades, and then you see what's happening now, you're going to be enraged. You're going to be sickened by all this trash that's going on.
Yeah, man, you're just going to start singing the band Disturbed. You're going to be that angry. Yeah!
I think Cannibal Corpse is more about my rage.
Dude, it's like your homie, that Chris Sane dude. He was talking about, we're going to buy FedEx at this price. And again, I just sit there shaking my head. But why? Why is this price a good price for the stock?
Dude, he gives zero explanation. At least like Meet Kevin does a little bit of research and Jeremy does a little bit. Like Chris Sane literally does nothing. He just says, buy the stock, buy the dips, get 125 shares. But there's no reasoning behind it. So I just wonder if he's like, he must be going to one source and getting all these stocks. I don't know if it's Wall Street Bets or 4chan or whatever.
I think what he's doing is he thinks he knows what he's talking about when he really doesn't. And so he has some metric in his head that he thinks stocks are a good buy at this price. Doesn't really have a reason, just picks an arbitrary number. Looks maybe at the stock price for the last couple of years, then doesn't look at the balance sheet and realize that FedEx is massively overvalued because it was running negative cash flows until last year. Why was it running negative cash flows until last year? Oh, that's right. COVID hit and everybody started shipping things.
Yeah, but I mean, that might revert once we completely open up.
And it's going to.
I bought FedEx at fucking 114 like forever ago, and now it's about to break 300. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I look at
heavy checks flooding into people's hands.
UPS is, Jesus Christ, even worse.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a reckoning with all these stupid stocks. You just have to be patient. The market can be dumb for extreme long periods of time. But just stick to your guns and you'll end up Doing pretty well. Just got to be patient, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like Paul says on Everything Money. Just have a process and stick to it. Whatever your process is, as long as it's a smart process. Like we buy index funds, and we only use 5% of our money to buy individual stocks. I'm not.
Tough process. I set up auto drafts, and then I go to the beach. It's my investment strategy is really.
I actually flipped it. I'm 95% individual stocks, 5% index funds.
Smart. I hope Tesla makes up at least 50% of your portfolio.
It's actually 75. Your optimism is not misplaced.
I'm going to have to be really nice to you because I think you're going to be a very rich man very soon.
Oh, I absolutely am.
Dude, you know what we should do? We should go stock by stock through Meat Spin Kevin's portfolio.
Meat Spin Kevin.
Well, so he did a video where he went through all his trades over the last year. I'm going to do a react to that because he was just trading in and out of crypto. He's doing like selling off, like writing call options, writing put options, doing a bunch of like stupid risky crap. And then whatever gains he got, he's paying 50% tax or more on all of those capital gains. So I'm just going to completely rip him apart at his garbage investing strategy.
Well, didn't you say he's paying about 51% in taxes?
Yeah, it's 37% federal, and then I think there's like a 3.8% surtax for like high earners, and then he's paying 13% California. You add up all those, I mean, he's over 50%. Every gain he gets, it gets cut in half, which is why I always say index funds always win, because you buy and hold, you don't pay taxes, and crush all the clowns like me, Kevin.
Hold on, I'm writing down this name. A guy, personally, I hope Yogi Vasquez goes down. I don't know who that is.
Oh, no, I made a video about him today. Yogi Vasquez, he's a Safe Moon shill.
Safe Moon.
He's got a stupid accent. I think he's from like New York. He's like, I'm bullish on Safe Moon. I'm bullish. He's such an idiot. Like, yeah, he just said one of the that Dogecoin was going to replace the dollar. I was like, dude.
I put like $100 into Safe Moon. That way, if it goes up ever, I make a lot of money. But I mean, $100 is fucking piss compared to my portfolio.
Yeah, it's like I said. I would, if you told me that you took $100 and you bet on Dustin Poirier tonight against Conor McGregor, I'd tell you, okay, that's who I think is going to win the fight. But you're gambling because anything can happen in a fight. But
oh yeah, I bet like a lot of money that the Canadians would beat the Lightning and lost a lot of money because the Canadians did not beat the Lightning.
How much did you bet?
I don't want to talk about it.
You bet a lot of money.
Come on, you got to tell us.
Come on.
No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that much. It was only like $100. That's because if you bet, well, if I would have won, I would have won like 250. It really wasn't that much. But dude, there was this fucking sport gambling chat room I was in where if you bet $1,000 or more, the odds were like if you bet for the Canadians, it was like a fucking 75-1 odds. So if you put like $1,000, you would have won 75 grand. Well, in this case, you would have lost 1,000 if you bet like for the Canadians. But it's just funny seeing like how sports gambling works. But I only lost like $100.
Dude,
yeah, did you do that by these stupid stocks or cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, dude. Really.
Honestly, I would rather you told me that you bet $1,000 on the Conor McGregor Dustin Poirier fight than you told me you put $1,000 into crypto. Because crypto is going to be this. Which one? Make me an argument why one cryptocurrency is going to be the dominant medium. Well, they're all going to have uses. Okay, but you can't. We can't have 1,000 different currencies in which we work in America. We need one currency, and you need one reserve currency for the world.
Duh, but Jason, Litecoin is 4 times faster than Bitcoin, faggot.
Well, they always say, like, oh, this crypto has all these great features. And then, like, 2 days later, a new crypto comes out, and it's even better than the last crypto. So it's like...
Safe Mars.
You know, the crypto I think is going to 20,000x is going to be Fed coin when the Federal Reserve actually, or the government actually creates their own cryptocurrency. I would be bullish on that crypto.
I'm bullish on that one.
I'm bullish.
I'm bullish.
I want somebody to come on this channel and explain to me what the difference between crypto and our current dollar is. We already have a digital currency. I mean, most of us pay with our credit card. Then if you're smart, you pay it off at the end of the month. You didn't use any
transaction. Like, you know, you have to go through the banking system, and it takes time for money to like clear from your brokerage to your bank. Whereas I think crypto is just like instantaneous anywhere in the world. That's what I think it is.
I put $1,000 into this one crypto. It's called a Zoe 101 bombs a temple.
What?
Yeah. No, I'm lying.
I was like, that was the real cryptocurrency.
I just made up a new crypto right now.
I'm actually going to try to fool people. I'm going to make a video about a VT. I'm going to be like, you need to go to Vanguard for this new cryptocurrency. It's Vanguard's first crypto. It's called VT. Don't even look at it. Just put your money into it and see what happens.
It's called Daniel D. Lewis Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Yeah, dude. What was I gonna say? Yeah, crypto. Like, I want to talk enough crap so that somebody with crypto comes on this channel and they're like, "Oh, let me school you real quick." Like, okay.
I mean, you can sell me on every single beautiful thing about crypto, but at the end of the day, it doesn't produce cash flow. So it doesn't matter what you say. You're never going to change my mind. I
agree. It's because it's like this is my criteria for an investment. Like you just said, does it produce free cash flow? Doesn't? Okay, then it's speculation. Like, I can make all the same arguments that we're going to trade and live off of Pokemon cards that you can make about crypto.
My portfolio is Nike shoes, Pokemon cards, Safe Moon, and
Safe Mars. Daniel Day Lewis Diarrhea. I'm bullish on it.
I want to buy one. So there's actually like real coins you can buy that are like Bitcoins or Ethereum coins. And I want to go on and be like, you see this coin, ladies and gentlemen? This coin is worth more than your Bitcoin.
No, I was gonna do a video, buy a Bitcoin and an Ethereum, and then just do a video on my channel. Like, these are the actual real coins. Like, it's actually hard currency. I'll be like, I can't believe that this is worth $30,000 and I bought it for $6 off of Amazon.
What a deal! That's called arbitrage, Jay.
Dude, one of the comments mentioned San Francisco. I did some stand up in San Francisco. You know what I did? I went up in San Francisco, and before I said, "Hey, it's good to be here," I was just like, "Hey, how about that AIDS?"
Did you really do it?
No.
That's
a Norm Macdonald story. He's just like, "Hey, how about that AIDS? Where are you going?"
Well, dude, how about Cam? We'll get off the subject of finance for a hot second. How about Cam going on America's Got Talent?
He was great, dude.
Yeah. He did the bit about getting ID'd and showing up with wine to a party underage.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah. It was a good bit.
Dude, this guy's he's a really good comic. Really, nobody knows who he is. He's a Tampa Bay comic, and he got on America's Got Talent.
He actually has his own cryptocurrency called Zoe 101 Bombs a Temple.
He's got his Cam starts his own crypto Cam coin.
Crypto Cam.
I've actually looked at the fundamentals. I'm pretty bullish.
Yeah, dude. But that's what I thought about doing for the video, is just like talking about the two coins as if they're real. Are you throwing in a dip?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on it. Skull cryptocurrency. I'm bullish on it.
All right, we'll do some comments.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'll read some more jokes.
All right. Chris saying will get investigated. Yes, he will. Yogi Vasquez. Yogi Vasquez. It's Yodi. It's called Yields with Yodi. he gives you negative yields for your retirement. Still trying to figure out Lufufu's $1 million position in Walgreens, 95.47. Net income keeps going down. I don't know, man. Have you looked at Walgreens at all?
I haven't really looked, but I mean, look, Lufufu could be correct, and on Walgreens as a turnaround play. I don't know. I haven't looked at it enough. I could probably look and give my opinion, but I mean, somebody pointed out in here, I think that their cash flows are going down.
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like a banger stock to me. It's like it wouldn't be worth me investing in it. And it's got a high dividend yield on top of that, which is tax inefficient. But I would rather buy an index than put my money in Walgreens. It doesn't seem like it's going to be this massive upside stock. I could be wrong.
Even if it's a turnaround play, turnaround play, where do you think it's going? How much do you think it's going to come back? I think Walgreens will be around in 10 years. They also own a company in Europe, I believe. I'm pretty sure they'll be around in 10 years. It's just, for me, like I said, one of my criteria is how does this fit my portfolio for an actual investment? I'm not really sure that Walgreens fits my portfolio.
But hey, they pay a 0.04% dividend yield. That's money that you're not working for, idiot.
Right? Not like the dividend I get paid from total stock market or the
index fund, yeah.
REITs.
Remember, dividends are just free money from the sky, so you need to get the highest dividend stock possible. Okay.
Free money that you don't pay taxes on.
I mean, that's how you compound your wealth. You just reinvest dividends and also pay tax on the dividends. But that doesn't matter.
We don't talk about that. Let's get back to Zoe 101 bombs at Temple.
Stock Mo told me to bet on Logan Paul to win. I lost my life savings.
Logan Paul.
Jerry LaFu is not as bad as me. 4 PE.
Jeremy's stock picks aren't as bad as Meet Kevin, but he's actually worse. Like
his facial hair is shit.
Yeah, but
I don't like his hair.
Let's say you're 18 years old, right? And you have $20,000, and over the next, somebody dies and leaves it to you. And over the next 3 years, you can put that money in tax-advantaged accounts. You have to go and figure out with an investment calculator how much money that would be by the time you turn 67. But I'm imagining it's probably about $5 million. And, that's just rampant theft from somebody's future self. That's why I have more of a problem with Lufufu than I do with Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin, yeah, he sells a $700 course, and he's stupid. But a $700 mistake is not the same thing as a $20,000 mistake.
Yeah, 20 grand, you can max your 401k. Like that, if you can max your 401k, that's a big deal. I mean, it's crazy. All right, so they're just debating it or just talking in the comments about whatchamacallit. When will Strongman release his crypto course? I've been working long hours till about 3 in the morning every night, putting discounted cash flow analyses together for crypto.
Dude, I thought about making a crypto course for free and not charging anybody, but I'll give away all the information that was going to be contained in it.
You should start a crypto called Michael Jordan's Taint.
No.
I'm bullish on it.
I'm bullish. I'm very bullish on this crypto.
I'm bullish on Space Jam's Taint.
I've been arguing with Yodi. It's yields. It's negative yields with Yodi. That he will be sued for everything, and he keeps saying I'm mad that I bought Doge at 70 cents. Which, by the way, Yodi told you to buy Doge at 41 cents, and now it's like 20 cents. And he thinks he completely absolved from the influence he has in an audience. So, Colin, how are you debating him? Are you in the comments section or are you emailing him? Because if you're in the comments, I'd love to jump onto that. Just tell me which video it is.
Is he at your house? Can you bring him on?
You should imagine Yodi walked up behind me and just punched me in the face.
He just burst through my window right here.
It's your boy Yodi.
Hold on.
I'm bullish.
Go to the next comment because this is interesting. All greens. So it's got negative cash flows.
I wonder if they sold off a unit.
I don't know.
That could have sold off part of their business because that's a pretty steep drop.
You'd be the person that looked in the accounting sheets. Balance
if
sheets.
you look at a statement of cash flows, you can go to the investing cash flows and you can see if they have money coming in from selling from disposing of a business unit. That's how you'd be able to tell, and you can look in the notes too. Everything money. Paul bought some Walgreens. Whatever.
He also licked my taint. I listen to everything he says.
And Colin, what video is it? Like, what's the title of the video? I'll jump in and protect you. How to buy Safe Moon.
I should probably start.
How to buy Safe Moon in 3 minutes.
Dude, I had a Twitter that I had to stop. It can't be connected to me where I would argue with anti-gun people on Twitter.
I freaking hate Twitter. There's so many idiot communists on there. I can't do TikTok. I can't do Twitter. I just hate all that crap.
One of the women on the anti-gun section straight up starts talking about how she hates Republicans because they're individualistic. And I'm like, yeah, America was founded on rugged individualism. That's kind of what we are. That's what makes this country great.
Because they're individualistic.
Yeah, I'm like, get out of here with your commie nonsense, dude.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't go on Twitter. It's just a waste of your time.
If all your friends want to go to a shitty restaurant and you're the only one that wants to go somewhere else, does that make you a shitty individualist? Fucking Republican scum! Ah!
Imagine if all your friends were buying Tesla and then you realize that it's completely trash. Do I still have to buy Tesla?
Yeah, because individualism is worse than buying Tesla with the 900 PE.
Colin, maybe I'll start trolling him. And see if
I'm actually going to email Yodi. I want to debate him, and I think he'll take the bait because I just made a video dumping on him. I'm going to send him the link to the video. I'm be like, you want to debate me, you clown? Come on my channel. And he might take the bait. We'll see. If you're watching now, Yodi, let's go. I'll bring you on right now. Clap your cheeks.
Dude, can you imagine? Could you imagine if we tag team that dude in a non-gay way?
If we Eiffel Towered yields with Yodi.
Dude, you guys know when gay marriage became a thing? There were people that protested it for like a straight year. You know, it's gayer than being gay is like your life revolving around gays. I think that's pretty fucking gay.
Well, that's a joke that I didn't really work on, so I could say faggot. And I say, faggot has nothing to do with your sexuality. Like two gay guys getting married, not faggots. The guy mad at the two gay guys getting married, that guy's a faggot.
Twitter's the most diverse group of idiots ever. Yeah, just get off Twitter, everybody.
Maybe
I should take my own platform.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been on Twitter in 3 months, and it's been glorious. You know what I mean? It's just the idiocracy and the hate. I sat there one day when I was debating with anti-gun people, and I'm like, why am I wasting my time? This person is clearly a moron. They keep telling me things about guns that aren't true. They're like, guns kill people. And I'm like, oh, the roving packs of AR-15s just gunning people down with nobody operating them. Like my AR-15 stays wherever I place it in my closet.
Yeah, that's why I like YouTube, because you can just make a video and then that's it. You don't have to keep explaining yourself. It's like, all right, go watch my video. I just go down to the comments because it helps boost my searchability. The more comments, the better.
Yeah, that's why I go back, and when somebody says something stupid, I just go, "You're a moron." That's all I do now. Like,
once I'm big enough, I'll answer a couple comments, but I'm not wasting my time like I've been doing.
That's the one thing that in my life that I've experienced better than getting laid is deleting Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Delete Twitter. Don't read the news. Your life will be so much better for it.
Dude, I had to stop going. I had to stop going on Facebook because of a local comedian and his nonsense that You know who it is, Nate. He just thinks he's smarter. He thinks he's the smartest dude in the room wherever he goes. He challenged me on Facebook about like investing, and I said, okay. So I waited till there was a group of us, and I started talking about investing, and I tried to bring him into the conversation just so I could intellectually dismantle him, and he just didn't. He was smart enough not to take the bait, because I tried explaining to him, he said it's talking about compound interest, and I tried to be nice and explain stocks don't actually pay interest. Interest is what's paid on debt. And he's like, go back to sleep, dude. And I'm like, all right, wait till I see you. Like, and then I started,
Jay, that's interest. Come on, bro.
Then I started talking about stocks and intrinsic value, and he just kind of looked at me and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, bro, take your poli-sci degree and stick to thinking you're smarter than people at that.
I was surprised because one night he was listening to me and Vinny talk about. I was talking to Vinny about investing, and I was talking to him about the 8 pillars that everything like Paul does, and I was explaining those to Vinny, and I was expecting him to say something, he didn't. So
because he knows that you would crush him. He's like, dude, basically, I think he's a coward. I think he'll only dunk on people on social media because he's good at that. But when he's confronted with somebody, I think he knows when to shut up. Because, I mean, on most subjects, if he comes at me, he's going to get a mental beatdown because he's not smart.
You should have him on your channel. You can keep him anonymous.
Oh yeah.
Why would I want a guy on there that posts on his Facebook, your professor is here teaching you about critical race theory? And I'm like, how does this guy go anywhere? I've never seen him get a laugh. All he does is talk about political BS and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'd rather talk about paying hookers to spit in my mouth on stage.
That seems like that would probably cut your life short, Jay. I'd be careful about that.
Well, I didn't catch COVID.
Is that what happened to you, Rick? Is that how you got COVID?
Yeah.
He got COVID by not having hookers spit in his mouth.
Dude, the first comedian I ever saw live was this dude on a cruise ship who had cerebral palsy. He was like really funny, funny comedian. No, well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, it was just a guy with cerebral palsy, not a comedian, that made me laugh really hard. I'm just kidding, guys. I love Michael J. Fox or whatever the wrong. Fuck.
It's cerebral palsy.
He's Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Wrong. Sorry, guys. Wrong disability. I'm the retard.
Anthony Jeselnik, when he was funny, said one of the funniest things I've ever heard on a roast. He was talking about Charlie Sheen, and he said, "Charlie, you only got the role because God hates Michael J. Fox."
Savage.
You don't think he's funny anymore?
I don't find you funny when you stand up on stage explaining for 20 minutes your joke for 20 minutes and why you're smarter than everybody. Tell me a joke. There's a masterpiece of a joke about Eric Clapton and being inspired to write the song Tears in Heaven because of a clumsy toddler. Stick to that, dude. That's hilarious.
What was it? He was like, he shared this article where he basically called like everybody in the Legion of Skanks, which is just like, it's Big J Okerson and then like all these other guys, like why they're part of the alt-right, and like why comedy has an alt-right problem. He shared that, and I was just like, what a pretentious douche,
That's the thing. There's this tendency in comedy that I see from a lot of really good comedians that were really funny earlier in their career to go up and think that this is a lecture. Listen, here's the only comedian I want to hear life philosophy from. Dave Chappelle. That's it. The rest of you, you're not Dave Chappelle. You can't be Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is too good. Dave Chappelle is the greatest comedian of all time. So
Agreed.
I mean, he's the only person. Like he breaks down stuff on such a great level. But now a lot of these really funny comedians are going up there and they're holding a lecture. Like I couldn't even sit through Eliza Schlesinger's last special because I'm like, I don't want to be preached at. You were funny on confirmed kills.
Isn't that the girl you said you wanted to put your tongue in her ass?
Yes.
But who is this? What's her name?
Eliza Schlesinger.
Yeah, and she has this really funny bit about her World War II grandfather, like basically dressing him up and cute, and she talks about how this guy has confirmed kills. That was funny. And then in the last special, maybe I'm just not getting it. It seemed like a social justice warrior lecture for an hour.
Well, yeah, I hate to bring it to you, but she's actually married.
Oh, I know. She's just
Hey, man. That just means it's you versus the husband instead of you versus the world.
Maybe.
He's pretty jacked. I don't think you'd be able to take him, Jay.
It's probably she's a good-looking girl. I didn't have my heart set on putting my tongue in her ass, but I was just commenting that she's really attractive. And this will probably come up to haunt me later that I'm even saying this.
Maybe she'll be watching one of our live streams one day and she'll fall in love with you, Jay. There's always that possibility. You think she would enjoy our live streams?
She's beautiful, but I mean, look, there's other beautiful women in the world.
Here, you can get off the Bunsen burner. I'll cancel myself real quick. I think it's cool having COVID-19. It feels kind of like a superpower because if my grandpa fucks with me, I can ruin his whole weekend. One cough and I can ruin an old person's weekend, their entire week. Just I
think it'd be longer than a week, probably their whole life.
Probably the rest of their life.
Kay brings up a beautiful point about Twitter. Twitter stock is trash, no PE ratio, and also they're suffering from blocking Trump. Twitter was doing nothing before Trump came along, and then all of a sudden Trump starts tweeting. Soy boys lose their mind. I don't even think Trump was a good candidate in a vacuum. He's just better than Hillary Clinton.
He's Twitter's greatest comedian. Was banned by Twitter.
He was. He was the funniest thing ever on Twitter. Like, but now that there's no Trump, it's like CNN. CNN lost half their ratings because they don't have Orange Man Bad.
Yeah, that's actually the catalyst for why I stopped going on, man. Because I used to just go look at his tweets and laugh, but now that he's gone, it's like, what's the point in going on there? You know,
my favorite tweet, Tommy Gill told me. My favorite tweet was when Trump said, "Merry Christmas to all, including the radical left who stole the election."
I'm actually going to look at. I want to look at Twitter stock. That might be a good video to make. See how trash it is.
Are you pulling it up right now, or you want me to pull it up?
You can pull it up. Yeah, I'll probably do a video on it. Why not? There's like 3,000 stocks I can do videos on, so I can just talk for years and years.
I can pull it up. No
The
PE
market
ratio,
cap.
not a good start.
What's the market cap?
Market cap $55 billion.
That's pretty tiny. I mean, relatively. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a huge drop in like.
Yeah, unless your net worth is more than that, you can't call.
What?
They're diluting shares.
Their shares are probably going up too.
They're diluting shares, but not at a massive clip.
So it's trash.
Yeah, it's revenues are going down.
They just don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, I think Twitter would have been better off staying a private company. I don't know why you would buy Twitter. I really don't. But that's me. I'm
They
out.
just don't make any fucking money. So
Yeah,
I mean, how do they even make money? Like, were there ads on Twitter? I don't even remember seeing ads.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Well, like when you see like accounts recommended to you, that's like being paid for by somebody. I mean, if you had to pick a fucking social media stock, I would probably pick Facebook because Facebook
That's a
is
no-brainer.
like financially pretty sound. But like still, I mean, I wouldn't fucking buy Facebook. I wouldn't touch it with a
Facebook's
10-foot pole.
Yeah, Facebook's a cash flow machine, but I'm not going to buy it. Why wouldn't you buy it?
I think it's just
First
too
off,
far gone at this point.
Yeah, first off, I got a lot of questions about, are the social justice warriors going to ruin that thing? And, you know, because they just, there's only so long you can go on deplatforming people to where people are like, okay, I'm done. You know, Chris Pratt came out and talked about honey. He's deplatformed on Facebook. Okay, I'm good. I'm done. I'm actually way happier now that I don't sit around on Facebook at all. Facebook and Twitter being out of my life has been a net positive. I'm having way more fun just looking at crappy companies and looking through their risk section. I come home from work. It's not there. I watch some videos. I try to comment on Chris's videos and Investing Sucks videos. And I don't have time for this nonsense anymore.
Well, dude, it's really toxic.
You don't have time to be surfing around on Facebook.
One of the things I preach to people on my podcast is I'm like, if you're trying to be happier and you're trying to be more productive, dude, fucking 6 days out of the week, have Facebook and Instagram and shit off your phone. Like, just delete it from your phone and re-download it on Sunday or, whatever day you want to check social media. Just fucking get off there because it eats up so much of your time. You don't even realize how much time you waste on social media reading shit that fucking people are. You're reading the worst opinions on Facebook. Seeing comedians talk about politics really hurts me because just so many bad takes.
Mm-hmm. The only people I would be on Instagram for, if you're going to use Instagram, only go to Jocko Willnick's page or David Goggins' page. That's the only place you're allowed to go on Instagram.
What about Strongman's Instagram? I have 7 posts over the course of a year and a half. I tried to start it, and I was like, this is so stupid. Because all these dumb stories pop up of Instagram models oh my God, look at me, I'm so hot. I was just like, this is stupid. I can't do this. But I am on Instagram. I have 7 posts.
Well, a lot of times when I need to get stuff done, I watch a couple of David Goggins videos. And I feel my inner bitch slipping away so that I can get work done.
Well, yeah, David Goggins is I feel like he doesn't even spend time on social media. He records the videos, but he definitely has someone that runs a social media page for him. So he fucking understands the importance of getting that shit off your phone because it's so bad for you. I would say doing crystal meth is probably 1,000 times better for you than fucking scrolling 15 minutes through Facebook.
Probably because you'll probably clean your house.
Fucking swear to God, dude. I would put money on it. I'm like, you know what's better for your mental health than scrolling through Facebook is heroin. Do heroin.
On Facebook, if people annoy you, you can just unfollow them. So now my feed on Facebook, I only look at funny memes, and people that I actually like. You can completely ignore everybody else. And I feel like a lot of people have unfollowed me because I used to get a lot of comments on because I post my YouTube videos on my Facebook. I used to get a lot of comments, and then I think people got pissed with all the stuff I was talking about because now nobody reacts to my videos.
Yeah, dude, I did share a comment the other day, and because I thought it was funny. I said, if you're looking for the heartwarming story of a man and his killdozer, watch Tread on Netflix. That was a guy out in Colorado who spent 2 years building an armored encased bulldozer and went on a rampage through his town.
True story? Is it a true story?
Dude? He razed a bunch of buildings in a Colorado town.
I'm moving to Lincoln, Montana.
Nate's got a great joke about the Unabomber.
I'm moving to Lincoln, Montana, baby.
Let's hear the Unabomber joke.
Okay. Let me remember how it goes. Basically, I've been reading this book lately. It's called Technological Slavery by Ted Kaczynski, which, that's the Unabomber. And they say it's bad to read a serial killer manifesto. I think it's way worse when you find out that he's right, and you agree with him?
Actually, I did read the book. I mean, a lot of it was pretty insightful, but I didn't conclude that I needed to go massacre a bunch of people.
Yeah. I mean,
that's how we differ.
Yeah, and people who don't who disagree with him, he should have wrote at the end of his book check your mailbox, pussy. I think that would have been a good.
But I forget. How about the fact that nobody's talking about this? That Ted Kaczynski was part of MK Ultra.
Yeah, that should actually happen.
Dosed him with acid.
Yeah, they straight up cooked his brain, dude. Well, yeah, not only that, but most of his book is talking about taking back your autonomy, and how that's part of the reason that I got off social media and off my phone more, is because it's you got to take back your autonomy. The first thing you need to do is stop letting your phone fucking direct your life, dude. Stop letting social media direct your life, and start taking back your autonomy.
But Rick, if you say that, everybody's going to unsubscribe from my channel, because aren't I social media?
Yeah,
but you're actually you can unsubscribe from everybody else except me and Jay Nagy and Investing Sucks.
Yeah, and then also there's a channel called Nathan Roscoe. This dude who does stand up. He has 2 clips. He has one 5-minute set, one tape, and then one 30-second video of a joke about cancer.
Wouldn't that be funny if your channel got 10 times as big as me and Jay's?
I'm actually. Dude, some people have commented on my Stronger Than Cancer, because I have the short clip. I'm waiting for the algorithm to blow that one up, because I have 8 people. I have 3 or 4 people who commented that all said the algorithm fed me this video. I'm like, holy shit, I gotta just let it blow up on its own.
You should keep putting stuff on YouTube. You'd be surprised how fast you could grow.
Just short little jokes I should put on YouTube.
I gotta start. I'm gonna start doing that. I got to figure out how to make this sea turtle joke work. I don't know, because it's too obvious the way I tell it, and then I switched it up. I got to mess with it.
Yeah, I think anybody can start a YouTube channel. I'm trying to get my wife to start one. It's okay, talk about babies and girl crap, and you'll probably grow faster than me, because a lot of people think I'm a dickhead, but they'll probably like you. So it's hey, you might do it.
Dude, if your wife started a channel, then she's going to be stay at home and talks about her experience as a new mother, she will blow up.
The easiest way right now to grow a channel is to do those shorts, to make those short clips that people can just binge really just binge 20 of your videos in a row, those short 30 to 90-second clips. I'm probably gonna start doing short, really short jokes, short jokes that I don't need, that I can burn, one-liners. I can just burn that shit, and then I'm just probably gonna start posting a bunch of that.
Yeah, Jokums was getting mad about somebody wanted to use one of his jokes, and they were gonna put it online. He didn't want to do it, and I'm like, why? And he goes, well, I don't want to burn the material. I'm like, write more. I'm like,
dude, no one knows who you are. You don't have to worry about burning material right now.
Yeah, but that's how you're going to get big. If you're going out there, okay, you could realistically do this. Show people a new joke, right, that you wrote. And then every 3 months, if you release 3 to 5 minutes of material, you might take off if it's really good.
Yeah, I get the doing an entire bit. I wouldn't want to burn an entire bit, but if it's just one joke, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
If you're gonna do short videos, you might as well go on TikTok. I don't know if you can stand it. I can't, but if you want to do 30-second clips, no.
That's the reason I haven't I did stand up on TikTok for about 8 minutes, and then I immediately was repulsed by the fucking app.
Yeah, TikTok is awful.
It's fucking horrendous, man.
I'm not putting that on my phone. Why? So some Chinese dude can get my information and get a credit card in my name?
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
My money. I just don't want to see videos of nurses dancing around COVID wards.
Nurses dancing around dead bodies.
How short-sighted and blind were those people doing that? I'm like I have a sick sense of humor, so I'm gonna laugh at the fact that you're doing that because I think it's funny. But like most people are not gonna find that amusing. Like, okay, so you had a bunch of people dying of COVID, and you had time to sit around and choreograph a dance.
I think they should do a dance where they put the dead COVID bodies into a dab position. I think that'd be cute.
You probably blow up, bro. You'd be huge.
Ooh,
The more sick and obnoxious, the better.
Like when Logan Paul did that dead body thing, I'm like, he should have put the dead body in a dab position with his merch on it. Like a Logang t-shirt. He's just dabbing while his
Doesn't
neck
Logan have his own cryptocurrency?
No.
I heard
no.
some famous person has their own crypto token. I don't know if it's like Logan Paul or somebody else, but
The only person who deserves their own crypto is Michael Cera. Michael Cera. He's the fucking dorky kid from Superbad. Not McLovin, but Evan. That's Michael Cera.
Yeah, dude. Hey, put this comment up. Colin McRae's comment.
Meat sticks.
Me and my friend actually went out last night. And we had a bunch of nasty jokes about what we would do with Yodi's ponytail.
Oh, I can imagine, dude. I could imagine if I was drunk with you guys getting ideas.
Yeah, I am going to challenge that moron. I'm going to email him as soon as we're done with this live stream. Send him the video and see what he does. All right, yeah, let's do some comments. Yeah, we already talked about that. Facebook, they sell user info to make money.
Zuck.
Very profitable.
I got to stop you right there for 1 second. You're at 666 subscribers. Enjoy.
Dude, that means you can say the N-word one time.
I'll think about it.
Say the N-word one time.
I've been on YouTube for a year and then I just get kicked off. That's actually my greatest fear. It's like I feel like when they review my channel for like monetization and they see all the thumbnails I have and all the live streams I've done, maybe a little tricky, but we'll see. I may have to start a page.
It doesn't matter. Just get to the 1,000 so you can monetize. Even if they demonetize the ones that they don't want you to run, you can always go cleaner later. Just get you what goes to the dance. But when you get big enough, you can always revert back.
Yeah. I'll be like Graham Stephan, just like cookie cutter. Hey guys, smash the like button. Look at the picture of this penguin.
I did like the video you did on it because you have a legitimate point. Like Andre G doesn't give bad advice, although I don't like the fact that he believes in cryptocurrency. And Graham Stephan, has given good advice the whole time, but he associates with these ass clowns.
Jesus Christ. Read the newest comment.
I say the N-word.
Jesus Christ.
No racial slurs, everybody, please. I'm so close to that 1,000. It's so sweet, delicious.
Robinhood's restricting options trading. Yeah, and that's their bread and butter too.
$400 million from options. $400 million.
But yeah, it's going to look. It is going to look really bad when the correction comes and Lafufu and Meat Spin get wiped out. And,
Meat Spin.
And Graham is still sitting there, and people are like, well, you guys were giving us all this advice. And this is how exactly it's going to go. Wow, this was because the shorts and people didn't have diamond hands, and that's why this stock went down.
That's Jeremy's justification. Like, remember that video where he was like under investigation or whatever, and he's like, some short sellers turned me in. It's the short sellers. Like, how stupid and paranoid do you have to be to think of some short sellers who's screwing you over when you're actually just a degenerate thief? Are
right.
Tesla and me, Kevin, are the future? Of course. The future, bro.
Jason, what's my name?
Rick Dickskin.
I changed it. What is it now?
Gabe Cox.
Gabe Cox.
I don't even want to know who that is.
Gabe Cox.
The future looks pretty scary. Yeah, the future of all ARK investors is pretty scary, I'll tell you that. I didn't Everything Money do like a thing on them where they put all the companies in ARK in their analyzer tool, and it was just like complete and utter trash.
Dude, out of their top 10 holdings, their best stock, Lockheed Martin, is like number 10 in the top 10. And I'm like,
yeah, like, wasn't like the price to free cash flow like some insanely high number, like 20,000? It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Her entire thing is her entire firm ARK is going to implode when she makes that crypto ETF. And the crypto, look, let's just say hypothetically, Bitcoin and Ethereum turn into whatever it is they're going to turn into and pan out. The rest of those garbage cryptos that are going to be in a crypto ETF are going to implode it.
Well, I think she's only putting Bitcoin in it, from my understanding. I don't know if she's going to try to add other ones.
Then why would you have an ETF? Just so you can buy it?
The only reason you would have a Bitcoin ETF is for like security, because I guess you can just like, instead of buying it in some sketchy wallet, you know, you could buy it in an ETF through an institution and it might be like more secure. That's the only logic I could get from that. But it's trash, so don't buy it. Kevin will also tell his critics, stop being weenie babies and play that stupid recording of the baby crying. Does he have a video of like a baby crying? I need to watch that. The sound Kevin would make if I punch Kevin in the nose.
Dude, truth be told,
you're threatening the governor, buddy.
Go and watch him on Valuetainment, right? Being a snarky little douchebag to a trained killer. He's just like cutting the guy off, just being a snarky little dick. And I'm like, that dude is a trained fighter. He may not be a professional, but he's probably a high-level amateur. And if he grabs your bitch ass and you find yourself in an impromptu jiu-jitsu match, I think Kevin's like 5'4" or 5'5". Like, he's
that dude that was sitting next to him was massive.
True alpha.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, he's a Sigma male, 5'5".
Gerber.
Sigma male.
Have you heard of Gerber Kawasaki?
No, but I'm going to write him down.
Hey, yeah, Kay, can you email that to me or to Jay or whatever? Because, like, I forget comments. I'm bad about that.
I put it.
Berkshire Hathaway's an ETF. No, the only ETF stock is Tesla, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Berkshire, you could almost think of it in that way because they own so many companies. Like, you could set up an ETF that holds the exact same weightings of all of Berkshire's. Like, Berkshire is a good play. I just think even Berkshire right now might be overvalued, even though its PE ratio is low. I just don't like anything in this market. I think it's going to become available for cheaper later, so I'd rather just crush my index funds right now.
I mean, if you want value, you need to look internationally, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot more there's a lot of risks, but there's also opportunities, even in Europe, China. But in the U.S., there's not much. I think this market is insanely overheated.
Yeah, and if I had to, outside of my 401k right now, if I had to buy anything besides VT or the total U.S. market or an S&P, it would be VYMI. That's because it's all value international.
I'm Meet Kevin.
What?
Kevin wouldn't answer a single question on that podcast. I know. Do you like how vague he was about everything, and then his stupid proposal for California?
What makes you think that I wouldn't answer a single question on that podcast? I would do it.
Yeah, but I was sitting there and I was like, do you know what you're doing is actually unconstitutional, and you can't force homeless people into to do what you think they're going to do. I'm like, this guy is so dumb that is mind-boggling.
I mean, it's all a PR stunt because even if he gets almost like 0.1% of the vote, he's still going to be on the ballot. Kevin from Solving the Hidden Money Problem uses a gold mine. His bear case for Tesla is 20 million. His bear case is 20 million cars a year.
I've got to see this moron. I'm writing this one down too.
I mean, just the fact Tesla's cars are so freaking expensive. Like, I don't think you have that many freaking rich people that are going to be able to buy those kind of cars. And on top of that, they're not just going to buy Teslas. I mean, even if I wanted to buy a car, I wouldn't buy a Tesla. They're just insanely expensive.
Here's what these people don't understand, right? Let's say you produce a product, okay? In this case, it'll be Elon Musk dildos, right? Elon Musk-shaped dildos. That doesn't mean 20 million people are going to buy those dildos. I know Meet Kevin will put a strap-on and have his wife bend him over to use the Elon Musk dildo every night, but not everybody is into that. I'm not into that, you know? It's like, so I don't know. I don't understand why this is so hard for people to understand. Oh, I produced 20 million widgets. Cool. There's only a market for 4 million or whatever it is.
And that's the whole argument with crypto. They're like, oh, there's going to be people are going to buy this scarce coin, so it's only going to go up. It's like, have you considered that maybe people won't want to buy the coin at all? Isn't that a possibility? The world has only 80 million cars a year, and Apple only has 10% global market. Yeah, I looked at the world's market cap for cars, and I compared it to cars produced. I mean, just the projections for Tesla are so stupid. It's just pure fanaticism and brainwashing.
Yeah, they're stupid on this. It's like, did you know that the average life of a car now is 12 years? You know, and so there was a case where autopilot recently crashed into a car and killed a kid. How many more times is that going to happen before the government? It's not even going to be rational. It doesn't even have to be rational, but the government will step in at a certain point and be like, now you can't just have these things driving on the cars till you prove that they're better than a person.
We got some more comments, Chris.
Oh, here's a good one. Professional
ass eater.
I'll have you know I don't actually eat ass, everybody. I think it's gross. But if that's your thing, go right ahead, okay?
Hey, man, just he's a retired professional. He doesn't do it anymore, but he is a professional ass eater.
Yes, I was a world champion in my 20s, but now it's
yeah.
The whole election thing is just get vast media attention to raise his income. Yes, because Kevin doesn't make enough, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the subscribers I have thinks he's in massive debt, which wouldn't surprise me.
He might be because of all the leverage he takes on. This is something for people to think about. When you think about whether we're in a bubble or not, margin is at all-time highs. I believe margin is higher now than it was before the Great Depression.
It's because of interest rates. I mean, it's like basically free to borrow money. I mean, I saw a Robinhood commercial. It's like, oh, 2.5% a year, and you can leverage whatever stupid stock you want to buy.
Until those stocks start dropping, and the money man comes calling, hey, that leverage, yeah, you need to pay that back.
Yeah, it'll happen one day. Just gotta be patient, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'm
CCI.
gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video of me dancing to like a techno song, and I want to have like stuff in the background of like Tesla stock going down to 50 and Bitcoin going to like $2. And I'm just dancing.
You should do a 10-hour. You should do a 10-hour loop of you Fortnite default dancing while Tesla's going down.
Bro, this is what we're both doing. When the market crashes on Saturday, we're both going to be sitting there with those cone-shaped New Year's party hats on, drinking, like celebrating with cigars, and like, we told you. Hey, it took 2 years for it to happen, but we told you.
I mean, if Tesla crashed to like 50, I would make a live stream of me actually buying the stock at that point. It's like, okay, here's when you actually should buy stock, ladies and gentlemen, when its price is lower than its intrinsic value. All right, gee, the comments are coming in. I bought 300 shares of CCIB. That's Lucid. That's listening to me, Kevin. Isn't Lucid not even like selling anything? I remember doing a video about that company. It was stupid. that guy from Solving the Money Problem said Tesla just killed Toyota. Yeah, Toyota, 10 million cars. They're dead, ladies and gentlemen. Stop spreading FUD. Nagi full self-driving.
What if it just happened? Elon Musk goes, "We've solved the problem."
Hey, Nagi, the other day you referenced a YouTuber you liked on stocks, but I couldn't remember. It was Jimmy with Learn to Invest.
It might be, yeah. There's a guy, I think that's him. If he's doing discounted cash flows and using enterprise value, like he's doing discounted cash flows and enterprise value. Yeah, I like that guy. Because isn't
that like Strongman Personal Finance or something like that?
I always mention you and they would know. But yeah, he's really good. I think that's his first name. Sometimes I forget and I have to remind myself.
Toyota is the most reliable car company by far and has global success in almost all countries. Not once Tesla opens their Gigafactory, screw college. Come on, bro. Didn't you read that hype up news article yesterday?
Yeah, Gigafactory.
I like how the car spells sexy. I never realized that. The Model S, X, and Y.
That's how you know Elon's a meme lord, yeah. I do like those cars. I just hate the stock.
Yeah, so I was down in Norfolk last night, and I was walking across the street, and this obnoxious idiot starts beeping their horn at me. Guess what kind of car it was?
Tesla.
The Tesla. I was like, the one Tesla I saw, because there's like no Teslas on the roads. I look everywhere. The one Tesla is just some obnoxious idiot beeping his horn, and it made some like weird noise. Like I guess you can like customize what your horn is. I was like, I just wanted to go kick that guy in the face. Yeah, that's Jimmy. I liked fishing for sport because it allows me to feel like a god without facing life in prison. Strongman is highly underrated. Give it time. Keep this up. You'll be a big YouTuber. No, I think me and Kevin's going to have me assassinated. That's why I'm trying to train my son to take over for me.
Yeah, your son. His name's Christopher Bell Oswald.
Well, he has the same name as me, so if I die, he can just fill into my shoes.
Yeah. My buddy John, who's into cryptocurrency, I said earlier, we've been working on the Bitcoin killer. It's called Truck Stop Coin and BP Coin. BP token. Truck Stop Coin produces BP tokens, which can be will give you more Truck Stop Coin. I swear. Whatever.
The truck stop, the joke that never gets old. Tesla can't even make a car. Yeah, the cars are too expensive, man. Like, who the hell is going to buy them besides, like, rich Californians? Yeah, Teslas are common in California. Oh, one state. Wow. They're taking over the world. I've seen, like, 3 Teslas here. Like, I'm on the interstate. There's no Teslas anywhere.
There's a lot of Model 3s in Florida, which, I mean, granted, the Model 3 is the most affordable one. But, I mean, I do like their cars. It's probably like a car I would drive when I'm a fucking major or lieutenant colonel. But still, I'm just like, right now I
mean,
they're
cars, but they're expensive. It's like not everybody's gonna be able to afford them.
I'm not really into them.
I like
them. Maybe if I drove one, it would be different, but
not even the Cybertruck, Jay.
I'm driving up.
Come on, give us a rant on the Cybertruck. We need to hear it.
I drove a Model S, and it was like the nicest drive I've ever experienced. It's a sports car. I wouldn't buy that car unless I was retired.
Yeah. Well, like I said about the Cybertruck, it looks like what Elon Musk to design it is he pulled over a short bus and pulled off the most retarded kids and put, hey, draw me a truck.
That's great. Love it.
I got a comment on my channel from a dude in South Africa, and he goes, South Africa, we'll be lucky if we're completely electrified by 2030.
Yeah, they're like, what's electricity? I don't know what that is. Yeah, like most of the car sales are going to be from like developing countries like India. I mean, China's pretty electrified, but I don't think China's going to let freaking Tesla dominate there. They're going to favor their own company.
They're already getting in trouble in China. China's going to do whatever it can. Like all these people, Kathy Wood's going, well, Tesla's going to dominate the market in China. You think so?
No.
You really think the Chinese Communist Party is going to let that happen?
I bet China's just there to let them so they can like steal their technology long enough to where they can like pass it on to their own companies, and then Tesla's going to be like banned or something.
Yeah. Trees on the beach.
Once you can hawk Tesla Neo and make bank. I've thought about it, ladies and gentlemen. I've thought about selling out to the popularity crowd, but I just can't do it.
Do you know how much quicker we would grow if we were just doing videos where we're going, NIO to 100 next week?
I mean, you look at all the channels, like there's channels solely dedicated to one stock, and they're freaking huge. 20, 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers. And if there's no analysis, they just talk about the stock. But what people fail to realize is that that's not going to last forever, and they're not going to be sustainable, but whatever.
Jason, I wrote my 10th joke of the day.
Hunting is the only sport where you get to eat your opponent. I like it.
I like the fishing one more because the fishing one is more like Nate, or it's like more of a joke, I would say, where it's like, I like to go fishing for sport because I get to feel like God without facing life in prison.
No, that's a funny premise. That's a funny premise. But what were we talking about?
We could do one more point.
We were talking about buying Teslas. We were talking about all buying Teslas.
I shan't be doing that at any point in the near future. Maybe by 2040, we'll all be enslaved to Tesla, the corporation, and I'll be forced to drive a Tesla because Tesla's become the world market.
Are you talking about like Neuralink, where they put a thing in your brain that
Yeah,
you control?
and then my Tesla goes to the store and gets my groceries for me and comes home and packs them in my fridge.
My Tesla comes home and plows my girlfriend for me. Because I had one too many.
Smash the hole into your house.
Because I had one too many shots of Jägermeister, so I can't come.
Yeah, right? The Tesla pulls up next to your girlfriend, and out comes its vibrating dildo.
All right, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it. Unless you have any last comments.
I do. I have a last comment.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Here you go. Ready? It's in context to what we're saying. It's about yeah, it's in the comments.
Neuralink is, well, that's not you. Neuralink is the future, bro. Say what you want about Elon Musk, but his new plan to bring people to Mars, nobody's more creative serial killer.
That's good. Yeah.
So to end the video, obviously, go buy AMC, buy call options. Let's go into the moon. Diamond hands, apes, gorillas, YOLO. Well, that's it. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Jay Noggy. Subscribe to Dickhead here. Me, Kevin.
It's Meat Spin Kevin now. So
Meat Spin. All right. I'm out.
All right.
Goodbye.
I'm out too. Nate, I'll see you.
All right, man. I'll see you.
Later.